You're doing everything right on YouTube, but you're still stuck under 1,000 subscribers. Your content is great, your audio is crisp, your editing is on point. So what's going wrong? Today, I'm breaking down the 3 hidden mistakes that are keeping you trapped in small creator limbo. And trust me, once you fix these, everything changes. Mistake number 1, you're creating content backwards. Here's the brutal truth most creators don't want to hear. It doesn't matter how amazing your video is if nobody clicks on it. Let's say you spend 10 hours making the perfect video. Your script is incredible. Your delivery is flawless. Your editing could win awards. But if your thumbnail and title don't grab attention, those 10 hours were wasted because nobody will ever see your work.
If they don't click, they don't watch. And it's something that Jimmy said to us on our show that ever since he said that, I'm like, that is such an obvious statement, but it is the first rule of YouTube, plain and simple.
This means your thumbnails and title aren't just important. They're literally more important than your actual content. Here's why. The best video in the world gets 0 views without clicks, but a mediocre video with an irresistible thumbnail can get millions of views. So successful creators flip the entire process. They start with the thumbnail and title, then build the video around that. If they can't picture a banger thumbnail and title that makes people curious, they don't make the video at all.
I don't think I actually got it until recently. And I know that sounds crazy.
But the problem is you never actually get it because it's always more important than you realize.
It's more important than you realize.
Even me, I'm constantly every other month going, dang, I forgot just how important the title and thumbnail is. And you almost have to every day sit in a corner and go, the title and thumbnail matters more than you think, and tell yourself that 10 times.
But here's where it gets interesting. Your work isn't done after you upload. You need to obsessively track your click-through rate. This tells you what percentage of people actually click when they see your video. If you hit 10% or higher on launch day, that's when the magic happens.
If you want a viral video, you need to have a high click-through rate. So that is the total number of clicks on your titles and thumbnails divided by the number of times that title and thumbnail have been shown. That is your click-through rate. And MrBeast showed me this graph showing that as you approach 10%, 20%, 30% click-through rate, then the number of views and the number of impressions that video will get just skyrockets. It jumps dramatically.
Here's your action plan. Check your CTR on day 1, day 7, and day 30. If you're stuck under 5%, you need to test new thumbnails and titles immediately. Remember, titles can boost your click-through rate just as much or more than thumbnails because they set up completely new expectations for what your video delivers. Use TubeBuddy.com/thumbnail-preview to see exactly how your thumbnail looks alongside others on YouTube. If yours doesn't stand out in that lineup, you've got a problem. With this tool, you can preview your thumbnail on the homepage, in search results, and in playlist view. You can also check to see if it grabs attention on mobile, and even view it in both light and dark mode to make sure it looks great however it's seen. Ultimately, your thumbnail needs to stand out instantly. Maximum 4 elements, ideally 3 or less. Avoid the bottom right corner. That's where the timestamp goes. Use contrasting colors from opposite sides of the color wheel. Most importantly, create curiosity that demands a click. Mistake number 2, you're confusing your audience. Your content is all over the place and it's killing your growth. YouTube used to work differently. Subscribe to someone, see all their videos. Simple. Not anymore. Now, YouTube cares more about matching content to audiences than feeding subscribers everything you post. Some creators just post whatever they feel like making without considering their audience. They'll post a gaming video, then a cooking tutorial, then a fitness routine. The problem is you need an audience that's interested in all those random topics on the same channel, and that's nearly impossible to find. When your subscribers stop engaging because they only signed up for one type of content, your impressions drop and eventually YouTube stops recommending your videos to anyone. This is why you need to think like a TV network. Nickelodeon doesn't randomly air a History Channel documentary between SpongeBob episodes. They know their audience expects cartoons and shows for kids, so that's what they deliver every single time. Your YouTube channel needs that same predictability. When someone sees your name in their feed, they should immediately know what type of content they're about to get. Here's what you need to understand. Your niche isn't a prison, it's your home base. It tells people what to expect from you, but it doesn't limit what you can explore. Look at Marques Brownlee. His entire channel revolves around one thing: technology. But look at the freedom this gives him. He does phone reviews, car tech, interviews with CEOs, deep dives into tech controversy. He even shows himself playing professional ultimate frisbee, and he connects it all back to his audience through tech. This consistency tells YouTube exactly who to recommend his videos to. People who love technology. But within that lane, he has endless room to explore his interests and show different sides of himself. Or look at Bailey Sarian. She does makeup tutorials while telling true crime stories. Two completely different niches that shouldn't work together, but she made them her signature combination. Now, when people want makeup and crime stories at the same time, they know exactly where to go. Both of these creators found their lane and stayed in it, while still having complete freedom to explore their interests and show different sides of themselves. The key is this: your niche shouldn't box you in. It should give your audience a clear expectation every time they see your content, while giving you endless room to explore within that space. Mistake number 3, you're chasing ideas instead of formats. This is the difference between struggling every week and having a sustainable content system. Most creators approach YouTube like they're trying to create a brand new TV show every single week. They sit down and think, what interesting idea have I never done before? This is exhausting and unnecessary. Instead, successful creators build formats. Think of them like TV series. Once you have a format, you're not creating a new show every week, you're just making new episodes of something people already love. Look at how Marques approaches this. He has specific video formats he repeats because he knows they work. First impressions videos for new products, deep dive videos explaining tech controversies, car reviews that focus on the technology inside. Each format is like a proven recipe. He knows exactly how to structure a first impressions video, what elements to include, how long to make it. He's not starting from scratch every time. He's building on what already works. When you have formats, everything becomes easier. Your audience knows what to expect and gets excited for it. You can improve each format over time based on what you learn. And most importantly, you're not staring at a blank page every week trying to invent something completely new. And when a format stops working, like his retro tech series that used to get millions of views, he drops it and focuses on what's working now, like AI content. Look at other successful format examples. Ryan Trahan's Penny series, where he turns a penny into something bigger. Or Hang Times, mixing everything of something into one series. Those videos have done millions and millions of views. Instead of sitting down each week thinking about a completely new concept, he simply thinks, what are 2 things I can mix this week that my audience would love? Because he found a format that works for him, brainstorming and executing becomes super easy. Here's the bottom line. Fix your thumbnails and titles first. Nail down your niche second, and develop repeatable formats third. Do this, and you'll finally break through